So, hey, Sylvia, how are you?
Hi, Sabrina. It's nice to be here with you.
Yes, this is so exciting. So, I got a couple of questions I'm going to ask you and just answer as we go. My first question for you is, how did you get involved in TDM? Actually, oh, wait, pause. My first question is for you. Tell me your name and who you're with.
Great. Well, I'm Sylvia Crum, and I'm the Commute Options Program Manager at Innovate Memphis. And I just came onto the SEACT board this year as the board secretary.
Okay, so what is it? How did you end up in TDM?
Well, I think it's from wanting to ride my bicycle. When we moved to Memphis, I was desperate to be able to ride in the street, and I hadn't really done that much as an adult. I'd, ridden bikes as a kid. I wasn't great at it, but I did it. But as an adult, I wanted to, and I had a 2-year-old, and I was determined. So we learned how to ride to the park together. And then I got pregnant, and I was nervous about riding for a while. But by the time my the second child was 10 months, we were out on bikes again. So I got into riding, and I became a community bike shop director and really thought about transportation with bicycles. So that kind of rolled into my current position, where I'm not just talking about getting to, restaurants and bike brunch and beer is really what I was doing at the community bike shop. And now it's, also you can go to work by bike and transit and carpooling. And so it's kind of evolved from there.
Awesome. So how did you end up as CX secretary, and what do you actually do as the secretary?
Well, I got a scholarship to go to Impact Leadership from SEACT, and part of the scholarship said I was supposed to get involved with the chapter. And then I got invited to do the membership committee to be the chair. And that was really fun. And I felt really supported by the board last year in that work. And it was fun to get to know new SEACT members and be a part of chapter meetings and see long-term SEACT members. And so when the secretary position was open, I put my name in the hat.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to assume you've been to an ACT National Conference before.
I have. It was so much fun in person. Oh my goodness. And I also
did. Okay, so my question was going to be, what was your favorite conference? And if you've only been to one, which one was it? Well, and what did you enjoy?
Right. So I did the virtual one too, and it was great. And I'm, so impressed by our staff and all the people who participated in the panels. But I went to the New York conference in person, and I've been to other industry type conferences, and they were good. I learned lots of important information and had good conversations. But the ACT conference was just different than the other ones. I just found people to be so open and willing to talk to me, even though I was brand new in TDM, that, people that had done it for 30 years I was sitting beside people in, meetings, and they were like, oh, what do you think about this? And how's that working in Memphis? And, oh, I saw this. I just found it to be a really open group, and really loved that interaction. And I think it was part of why I was so sad that the virtual world has happened to us for the conference, because of just that sitting beside each other and the conversations that pop up. On the other hand, I think that, all of ACT, but especially SEACT, has done really well over this last year of figuring out how do we connect with each other virtually. And of course, for our region being so large, I think it's awesome that people are more comfortable now with video meetings and being able to chat with each other informally and formally. I'm really glad for that, but I also really hope that we can just sit beside each other at the conference this summer.
Yes, most definitely. Okay, so what was your favorite vacation you've ever taken, and why?
Oh gosh, just any of them now. I just want
That's so true. I actually told somebody today, I don't remember which country it was in Asia, but they were like doing fake flights. You just like go to the airport, get on the plane, fly around, and then land. And I was like, I'm at the point where I'm ready to do that.
I totally do that.
Just to pretend like there is some normalcy. But no, you have to pick one vacation.
Okay.
And I know you're well tracked.
Yeah, I think that my go-to favorite memory is also a food memory. When my husband and I got married, we were between jobs, and we had just gotten a stipend at the end of a job. Both of us had. So we had a little money. And so we went to France for a honeymoon. We spent 3 weeks there, And then we went to England, where he had studied abroad in college and had some friends, for an additional week. So we took a full moon for a honeymoon. And, most of it was eating around France, eating around England. Actually, most of our vacations are that. We usually schedule them around the food we can eat.
That's amazing. And I'm super jealous of that. I don't think I've ever taken a month-long vacation. That's awesome.
It was pretty incredible.
So I got 2 last questions for you. What makes you laugh?
Oh, truly funny people,
Funny things. All of them.
I do actually really like stand-up comedians, and when people are good at puns or really funny things, like I can't necessarily do that myself, but I can recognize it in others.
I like that. That's a good one. Okay, final question. It is karaoke night. You are called to the stage. What is the song you're singing?
My go-to, because I can remember the words, is Jolene by Dolly Parton.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Who would have guessed? I'm excited I think we might have to incorporate karaoke into our SEACT event in Orlando. Perhaps,
I think
so we get a piece of that.
I think it would work, since we've spent so much time planning our drink menus that are state themed. I think karaoke would fit into that.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you so much for this interview. I appreciate your time, and great getting to know you.
This was really fun. Thank you, Sabrina.